All right, so in this video, we're going to do a little bit of refactoring. There's a lot of common logic here, and we can basically do a little better and not have to have all this repeated code. So let's just start pulling out things that are similar. So we have BPM 180, and this is something we can set at the top of the file or via user interface, and that's fine. I'm going to get rid of these comments because we did the math already. And then we can say something like function play instrument. And then we could say this is like clave audio, something like that. And then this will take in the instrument audio. And then this will take in the beats config. And what it's going to do is it's going to take in the beats config. It's going to calculate the milliseconds per 8 counts. Okay. And then what else is it going to do? It's also going to call all this here. So it's going to calculate that. And even that, you can even calculate up here. You don't really need to calculate it every time you click play instrument. Okay. And basically get rid of this log statement. So if pause, we don't try to do anything. Otherwise, we use the beats config. For each thing in the beats config, we're going to play the audio, and the audio is going to be passed in here. So when we play the clave, all we need to do now is say, okay, here's the clave config. And also, if you're playing it, you could just do pause equals false, right? Once you have the clave config, you pass in instrument. And then you can pass in audio, which is the clave audio. And then you can pass in the clave config, which is 8. So those are the beats in which we play the clave. And we're going to do the same thing for play clave 3-2. Okay, so now we can get rid of all this. And we're going to replace the config here. So now instead of playing the beats 2, 3, 5, and 8, we're going to play the clave 3-2 on the counts 1 and 4, 6, 7. Okay, and now we can get rid of this. So now we've just dried up a lot of code. Let's just see if it works. Play the 2-3 clave. 2, 3, 5, and 8. I'm going to stop it, and now I'm going to play the 3-2 clave. 1 and 4, 6, 7. Yep, may have clicked it twice. Yeah, maybe that's why. Okay, if I click it just once, it should work. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Why does it... Okay, let's figure out what the issue is. Play instrument. Maybe the audio.play doesn't work. Interesting. Maybe the audio.play. Maybe there's an issue with that. Let's try it again. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. We have beats config. That's fine. We've got some math here. Milliseconds per 8 beats. Interesting. Maybe it's a decimal problem? Maybe we gotta use a float? Yep, there's definitely some issues going on. I'm guessing the audio.play has accumulated and we aren't actually doing much here. Maybe we gotta add some extra code here. So let's actually see what we have access to in the audio file, or in this audio, the thing we're passing in. Okay, so it's an HTML element. Let's see if we can. Maybe we can stop it before we play it. Audio.stop. 8, 6, 7. Maybe. We'll see. Let's just try it out. Before we start 2, 3, it should pause it. Maybe. We'll see. Huh. Maybe we should pause it before we play it. And maybe the audio isn't starting from the beginning. So let's actually take a look at this HTML audio element a little bit. HTML audio, no, JavaScript audio start from beginning or something like that. Sometimes the user is so fast that a browser does not play the audio, probably still playing a previous play request. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can set it to 0 before we play. Potentially. Let's take a look at that. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, let's try it again. So play 2, 3. Three, 2. Yeah, it's like actually kind of interesting. Playing dot dot dot. Let's just do beat in 8 count. Let's just try to print this out a little bit. So I'm in debugging mode right now, as you can see, because it's not always working. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. And then 2, 3. Let's see. Okay, so it's obvious that I was playing the 2, 3, right? And there's still some like 8s, right? There's 1 and 4, 6, 7, but why is there 8? So maybe the old audio was still playing, like the old set timeout was still there. So I'm guessing when we call set interval, the old beat still keeps playing. And we need to find a way to not do that anymore. And that's the problem. So we have multiple set intervals that are being called. Okay, how do we... Okay, so let's do some Googling here. I need to basically be able to stop set interval from being called. How to stop set interval in JavaScript. Set interval returns an interval ID which uniquely identifies the interval. You can call this interval ID to the global clear interval method. Oh, okay, so you can actually stop it by clearing interval. Okay, so that's one. Can you do JavaScript clear all intervals? You can find the highest timer set interval. Okay, well, I think we're just going to start with an object. So intervals is an empty list. We're going to do ID equals that, and we're going to say intervals dot push interval ID. So every time we, sorry, not vol, constant. Every time we set an interval, we push it to this list, and every time we we should clear it. So maybe we can use the clear interval method in JavaScript. Set interval, we can do clear interval. And what we can do is we can say, actually no, we can just say current interval ID. Let's do that. Yeah, we could do that. So we could do this. We can do let current interval ID equals null. So if current interval ID, then you would clear it first before you create a new one. That way, you won't have multiple claves playing at once. So play clave 2, 3. Stop. And then we can do play clave 3, 2. And then if we do clave 3, 2, now we can say 2, 3, clave. So great. And then we can stop it now. So this is what we have done. I think with the stopping, what we can do is we can just do clear interval 1, 2, 3, and then now we can just get rid of this whole like if statement here. We can get rid of the paused, and we could just clear interval. So let's QA that one more time, and then I'll pause after that. So let's play 2, 3. Okay. Right, when I click stop, the intervals were cleared. Let's try this clave. Okay, this is great. So let's save the changes. So reorganize code so it is more dry, which means don't repeat yourself. Also fix the bug where after clicking pause, switching claves would play both 3, 2 and 2, 3 clave at once, causing it to sound really funky. Okay, so that's where we're at now. And yeah, in the next video, we're gonna start implementing the congas, which sounds, without the clave, it's gonna sound boom, boom, pop, boom, boom, pop, boom, boom, pop. So we're gonna do that next time. Hope you stick around. And yeah, if you like these videos, please subscribe and leave comments if you have questions or things that you want to see. Talk to you all next time. Bye.